So tell me if this has ever happened to you. You're walking down the street at night when you catch a whiff of cornflakes. You think to yourself, who the fuck's eating cornflakes in the middle of the night? Suddenly an image comes to your mind of a woman sitting on a windowsill of a Spanish colonial 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with a shining white bowl of cornflakes nestled in her bosom. She's cute, but in a perfectly legal way, and she's got a tight ass, if you know what I mean. You then know in your heart of hearts that if you only followed this scent to its source with courage enough to approach her, you two would hit it off, talking all night about her atrocious taste in cereal and extraordinarily high carb intake. You'd see each other again, and start going steady. You'd take her virginity, you know which one, but only after settling down and marrying her. You'd start a family, and you'd finally be saved from your loneliness by your little cornflake girl. Except that doesn't happen, does it? Instead, you sulk home in shame that you could be so naive as to put stock in such a delusion. You stretch out a sad snake to your favorite pity porn and fall asleep, dreaming of a woman you know will never exist. Does that sound familiar? I don't know where that came from. That's never happened to me either. Must be the wrong oh, I see. This isn't the script I was reading off of. This is my diary notebook. This is my notebook. Here's the script. Blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Do you find the idea of sticking your dick into a toaster with tits arousing?
Fucking degenerate.
Hey everybody, I'm Yeoman. Join me as we waste our lives watching TV and playing video games instead of following our brand-flavored dreams. If you haven't seen Ex Machina, you should probably fuck off. I still love you, but things just aren't working out. I say this because I know you pretty well at this point in our relationship, and I think you'd like this one, if only for the twists and turns. If you still have feelings for me, I suppose I can't stop you from watching this, but from this point forward, I'm assuming everyone left has either seen the movie, doesn't want to see the movie, or is fucking brain dead. If you're ready, I'm ready, baby. Let's get started. Ex Machina is a male power fantasy about self-insert character white-flighting his way to Alaska to wait out the fall of the West with his friend Poe Dameron. They chase their sadness away with a mix of lifting weights, drinking beer, and chasing robot tail, which is a little strange, to be honest, because it's revealed that Professor Dameron designed the main robot based off of self-insert's porn history. Which brings up the age-old philosophical question, is it gay to watch a stranger masturbate so you can build him a better sex bot? Rounding out our cast is the Pegmaster 3000 herself, as well as a host of minor characters like the world's sexiest Roomba and what the fuck? Okay, guys, who designed the illiterate black woman character?
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
After the premise, the rest of the plot can be summed up pretty easily. Caleb tries to figure out if the robot is conscious, and Oscar Isaac just keeps on being best girl. Eventually, Caleb falls in love with his fleshlight, and we're supposed to wonder how things will work out, but we have a pretty good idea where this is going. After all, he's put all his trust into a robot woman at this point, and, well, there's two reasons why that's a bad idea. One of the things I like most about this movie is how well written it is. For one, it likes to show and not tell. Like Poe Dameron. He's a smarty pants, but you're not so dumb yourself, so instead of the movie telling you how big his head is, it gives you a look at what he's done with it. Robots? Child's play. Feast your eyes on his greatest invention, Yellow Fever 2.0. She'll clean up anything. Anything. Also, she can't talk. Fucking genius. Decisions like this show just how experienced the director is. Alex Garland has directed a growing number of amazing films, and with each one he gets better and better at... Oh, I'm impressed. Another one of the movie's strong points is how it limits the amount of information the viewer has. The movie doesn't start with some side character giving you the exposition, it just starts.
What do you mean?
You see an email, some congratulations, and now he's on a helicopter. I mean, figure it out. What are you, fucking 12? It shows a great competency over that happy medium between not knowing what's going on and being given the dry facts. That's why 2/3 of the way through the movie, you still don't know how it's going to end, but you don't feel lost.
It's kind of non-autistic.
You think you know how it's going to end, but then, oh shit, what the fuck, he was a robot the whole time? Oh no, that doesn't make any sense. This air of mystery is complemented by a soundtrack that can only be described as rapey. What do I mean by rapey? Well, I wish I could demonstrate, but then I would be raped by Content ID, so you'll just have to use your imagination. As the movie progresses, Dykebot tells Caleb that she's a real boy and the dense motherfucker believes her, so she uses his gullibility to trick him into letting her out. In return, she leaves him to die for no fucking reason. What an asshole. As a warning to the dangers of clang, this movie passes with flying colors. But is there a deeper message to this movie? Alex Garland says so. In interviews, he stated that the movie was supposed to be about how society forces women into traditional gender roles, and how that's a very bad thing. Apparently, the Robo-Girl is supposed to represent women, and Caleb and Poe Dameron are supposed to represent society shoving their ideals down her throat. The strange part is that in the course of making this movie, Alex has managed to show something entirely different. The robot wasn't designed to be some sort of traditional figure. She was literally based off of pornography. She was designed to be attractive to Caleb, who, by the way, happens to like women who look like boys. I don't know if you've noticed, not exactly the most traditional thing in the world. Then, okay, she's free. She's playing dress up in daddy's room. She can put on anything she wants. If this is supposed to be a message about rebelling against the roles, the traditional roles that society placed on women, I mean, obviously she's going to do something representative of that, right? She's going to put on, like, I don't know, tattered clothes, chains, some sort of spikes or something. She's probably going to go bald, something really extreme, right? No, none of that. She doesn't do any of that. She takes long hair, she puts on a dress, and she steals the skin of an Asian woman. She could have taken any of these skins, any of them, and she takes the one most representative of the stereotypically submissive woman. And then, look at this. You notice this? She looks identical to the old Victorian painting. It's like a perfect symbol of her choosing the traditional role for women.
It's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
She chose to look like that. She just made this choice herself. It wasn't forced on her. She put on that dress. And so Alex Garland claims to have made a movie that shows the danger of society forcing women into traditional roles, but that's not what fucking happened in the movie. Like, what happened in the movie is that they tried to force her into non-traditional roles by looking like a fucking dude, and that was what was dangerous. That's what led her to kill people. And then after she killed the guy, what did she choose? She chose the traditional. But what does this have to do with Cornflake Girl? Well, Cornflake Girl is an ideal. She is the concept of the perfect feminine woman. It's the thing that Alex says he's fighting against with this movie, right? Every man believes in this ideal at some point in his life, but Alex claims to have put that behind him. But his movie tells something else, because Alex clearly, based on the movie, still believes in the Cornflake Girl. Maybe only subconsciously, but he still believes in it. And his message is one of hope. He's telling us that you can't force a woman to be a porn star or an androgynous sex slave, but if you let her choose for herself, you'll find out that all she really wanted to be was your little cornflake girl.
Don't lose your way. Your mind free how to be. So don't be afraid. My sweetheart, this is the way.
Turn it off.
Okay.